to our e-learning classes of Science Class 4. In my last class, I have taken tooth and microbes, and that day we have completed the types of teeth and how many sets of teeth are there, what are the functions of different type of teeth, and how they work inside our mouth. Now next, today we will discuss what is the structure of tooth. So we know when we open our mouth or we see at the mirror, we can see the teeth. The soft gum hold our teeth, and if we see the teeth very carefully, or if we observe it, we can see there are two parts of our tooth. First part, or the white part, we can see clearly, and the second half part, which is embedded inside the gum, that we cannot see. So the first part or the upper part is called the crown, and the lower part, which is called root, it is embedded inside the gum. So the first part is covered by a hardest substance called enamel, and the enamel is actually covered the soft bony substance or soft bone is called dentine, which makes the structure of the tooth, and it is covered by enamel, white enamel. And if we will go the last layer, or if we'll see the last layer of the tooth, that is pulp, or we can say it is the softest part of the tooth, and this part embedded with blood vessels and nerves, and this is the last part or the last layer of the tooth. So these all layers are present in a structure of a tooth. It lies inside the dentine, and this whole structure is called a tooth. If we'll see on, let's have a closer look of a structure of a tooth, then we can see a structure of a tooth. We can see 4 layers are clearly given here. So the first upper part or the upper part of the tooth is called crown. This crown is made up of dentine or the soft bone dentine, which is covered by white color enamel, and this enamel is hardest portion or the hardest substance. If we will go in the third line, or we will see the third layer of the tooth, that is soft, and that is called pulp. This pulp is actually very soft, and it is embedded with blood vessels as well as nerves. So these nerves and blood vessels are here. So this part or this layer of the tooth is the living layer of the tooth, and this total portion of the tooth or the lower portion of the tooth is embedded inside the gum, and this pinkish part of the tooth is called gum. So this is whole about the structure of a tooth. So there are clearly or distinct 3 layers. First one is enamel, and then dentine, and the last one is root of the tooth or pulp of the root, which is embedded or which is inside the gum. Now we will move towards the next topic, but before to go to the next topic, there are 2 MCQ questions are given. Which of the following teeth are also called grinding teeth? Canine, incisors, and molars. We know molars are called the grinding teeth of our set. And next question, or the second MCQ question is given here. The center of the tooth is called dentine, pulp, and crown. So we know crown is the uppermost part of the tooth, the central, and next part is dentine, but the central part is pulp. So it is the pulp portion which is situated in the center of a tooth. So these two questions are referred to page number 12. Now let's move to the another topic, that is tooth decay. So what is tooth decay? When we eat food, or when we eat our food, small bits of food or particles may remain in between our teeth, and these food particles rots. As these food particles rots, microbes or the germs make a layer over this tooth, or this sticky and thin layer of this microbes is called plaque. This plaque is yellow in color, and when the plaque covered this tooth starts to decay. So this condition of the tooth is called tooth decay, and in this condition or the tooth decay occurs due to one reason, that is plaque or the germs reacts with the sugar part of the food and makes one acid, and this acid actually corrode the enamel portion of the tooth as well as the dentine portion of the tooth. When they reacts and corrode the covering part of the tooth or the enamel and the dentine portion of the tooth, so the nerves and blood vessels of pulp is become exposed to the upper surface, or you can say these are being exposed. So in this condition, when a person or the person who suffers from this plaque, when that person eats or drinks some hot drink or eats some hot or cold thing, that time these blood vessels and nerves react with it and causes a pain. This kind of pain is called toothache. So this toothache is causing due to the exposure of the blood vessels and the nerves to the hot or cold things or the eatables. And this is all about the tooth decay. So when we get a tooth decay, the tooth decay also causes following of the symptoms, or some symptoms are seen due to the tooth decay. They are toothache. At first we feel toothache. Secondly, holes or cavities can be seen on the tooth, or in our teeth we can see there are so many holes or the cavities are formed. Now, due to the reaction of plaque with the tooth or with the sugar part of the food, acid is formed. These are corroding the teeth, so the foul smell comes out from our mouth. Next, as these plaque or these holes and cavities make the teeth weak, so the teeth also fall off from our mouth, and the person who is suffering from this plaque, that person lost the tooth. Then due to not proper chewing of the food or weakening of our teeth, we are unable to chew the food well, so the stomach becomes disorder. And the last one is, or the last symptoms we can see, the gums also started to bleed. So these all symptoms we can see when we are having a tooth decay or we are having cavities and holes on our tooth. So that's all. In our next lesson we will talk about and we will discuss the care of the tooth, or how we can take care of the tooth to prevent them from plaque or any kind of decay or ache. So until that, goodbye.